Okay, so let's see. So yesterday, let me turn on the evening profiles. So we opened around here with the 75.05 area. Attempted to fill the gap, but couldn't fill the gap to RTH. And then we established the IB. Then we broke below the IB, hit that. I think it was the 100% extension, if I'm not mistaken, or more, or even more. But we got all the way down to almost the overnight low, and then we found buyers again without breaking the overnight low. So now we have this low that's kind of weak. It's vulnerable if we get into this area. And then we bounced. Then we ended up filling the gap, and then we closed inside value around the middle of that value area. Now overnight, since the close, we didn't even go down one tick, so inventory is 100% long. We tested again that resistance area that I had mentioned yesterday. Remember I mentioned this double distribution, and I marked this area. We tested here, and then we so far sold at that area. So we're back at the 20-day point of control, and the reason why I said that on the title of this video, this is a look below and fail, is because I have this sorry, I'm trying to draw something here. I have this distribution right here, and then we were trading inside here. We looked below it, failed to hold, and now we're back below this low volume node. So I said the other day that if that happened, that the target will be this 20-day point of control, and we're trading right here. Usually when that happens, then we end up testing the other side of the range, which, you know, now we're trying to get there, but we have some resistance here. We have this overnight high that's pending at 75.63 from a couple of days ago. We haven't gotten there yet, but it looks like we're trying to get there. So what I'm looking for today is to see if we can get above that overnight high, and then test that point of control from a couple days ago, from Tuesday, and then see if we can break above it and get to our bullish imbalance target, which is a 75.80. That is from yesterday's P-shaped profile, left us with that bullish imbalance to target 75.80. If we cannot get through here, I'm gonna be looking for a break above it and failing to hold above, and then a move down to 75.44, which is again 20-day point of control, and then see if we can fill that gap. Because today we're opening with a gap above yesterday's high, so I'm gonna look for that gap fill, and then see if we can get inside yesterday's value and do one of those value area sweeps, knowing that here we can have a little bit of support at that low volume node again. But if that breaks, then looking for yesterday's value area low. We have the weekly pivot here, 75 right now, so that could be support, and we could bounce there, but looking for this area if we start trading inside yesterday's value. And of course, if we keep going, sellers keep going, we get below yesterday's value, then looking for a retest of those two lows that I mentioned earlier. And that's about it. In the middle, it's gonna be choppy, so I'm gonna be waiting for either, that break or the initial opening range established, and then see if we can make a push below it and fill the gap. Let's see, NQ. Actually, let me look at it like this so I can see the difference. We can see the difference with ES, right? So that high, that overnight high that's pending, NQ already way above it. If you look, that's the high and this is the high. We haven't tested it on ES, but remember NQ was way weaker, and it just now filled this gap that from a couple of days ago that ES had already filled. So they're trying to get back to being on the same page, I think. So NQ is also back above the 20-day point of control. I think that if we hold above this this high right here, the 29.68, I think the target should be somewhere around 29,900, which is this the lower side of this distribution for this session. And if we get inside the value area, then we should see is a move towards the 30,020, which is that 20-day point of that untested point of control. Crude is still putting value on this, putting volume in this area, this 74. And then this, like I said yesterday, that's support. If we get back into here, we'll look for a bounce back into this 73.50 area. If we lose it, back to 70. We had a nice gold trade yesterday. Took a short there where I mentioned on the video, and then took profit at 40. So we took about 40 points. And now we are back in the same area that was resistance, then became support, then it became resistance again, now it's becoming support again, we're breaking above it. So I think as long as we hold that 41.20 area, this low volume area, I think that we could make an attempt to retest the point of control for this session, which is at 41.55. And again, I think that if we don't hold it, and we need to get below 4100 in order for us to come back to 40.40. But so far we have actually I think my support area now should be this right here, because we tested below it, we broke above it, we tested below, we broke above it. So now this needs to hold. 4100 needs to hold. Okay. We have existing home sales at 10 a.m. and we have some bond auctions today at 11:30 and at 1 p.m. which we should be watching, and summer trading, so we don't have much going on tomorrow. Some agricultural reports, but that's about it. All right, that's it. Good luck.